Hello, everyone. I'm Keith Rose. I'm here to kind of talk about retirement. I was born in Jamaica, um, raised in Jansall area. It's about 5 miles out of Montego Bay. Um, and I migrated to the US many, many years ago, over 40 years. So I came here and I worked hard, built a career, raised children, and now I reached the age of 65 and planning to retire. And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking about Jamaica, to retire in Jamaica. And I'm just here to kind of get some of you views and whether I should retire to Jamaica or stay in America. And some of the reason why I'm thinking of Jamaica is because of the good weather that's there, the familiar culture that is there. What I left there. I know that when I vacate do vacation to Jamaica, it's a different ball game. I mean, I could just go and enjoy myself, but to go and live in Jamaica right now and live among people that I have not, probably don't even know them because most of my friends that I grew up with left Jamaica. Now they are in the US. And so some of my reasons, I was born there and left there over 45 years now and lived in America and built a career, made a good life. And now I'm in between, well, somewhat semi-retired because I still do consulting as a IT guy. I still get some kind of work by contract. So I want to know from you guys, should I, Keith Rose, pack up at this time, find some place in Jamaica to buy, and move? Why should I do that? And I need to know why shouldn't I do that? Um, like I said, going on vacation, enjoying myself is not the same as living there on a constant, on a daily basis. So I need to hear from Jamaicans that are there on a daily basis. And I also need to hear from Jamaicans that are thinking the same line. And what kind of advice would you give me if I need to, should or should not move to Jamaica? So some of the concerns that I have is healthcare. I'm getting older. I'm used to, if I don't get sick here, but if I happen to need to go to the hospital on emergency, I call an ambulance and boom, off I go. If I move to Jamaica, will that kind of facility be available for me as an elderly person to be quickly gain access to hospital and not dying on the roadway somewhere because of a long wait for an ambulance, or just cannot get there because I'm so far up in the hills? Or of course I wouldn't go in the hills to live. I would live in a city life where I'm used to a kind of convenience. So that's one of the concerns. Safety is another concern that I have. I don't want to leave and go live inside a house, no matter how nice it is, with a burglar bar. Where in Jamaica can I find such place to live without have to worry about burglar bar and myself in like I'm a prisoner, you know what I mean? And another concern I have is I have grandchildren, and my children are grown, and I have grandchildren, which I would love to be able to see on a regular. And so that kind of one of the dilemma that I have, thinking about whether I should go or not. I mean, of course they can come and visit, but so that's not really a big problem. But yeah, now the cost of living there and the maintenance of a home there, how is it? Is the cost of buying a home in Jamaica outrageous? Is it, you know, reasonable? And what neighborhood can I find reasonable home? I don't want to spend $1 million to get a home. You know what I mean? So those are the questions I have. I need someone to help me, give me some advice. What about convenience? Will I miss the convenience that I have here in America? Um, will I be able to get the things that I'm used to getting? Of course, I like to eat healthy, so I'm sure I will get fresh fruits and vegetable there. But if I need to buy something that, say for my house or whatever, um, will I be able to find it? And if I don't, if I import it, what would the cost and all that be? It's a lot of, you know, I need to be able to get convenience if I move there. So for folks that knows how Jamaica is today, because I left there a long time ago, I only go back on vacation, and I don't leave Montego Bay area. I'm pretty much in Montego Bay a lot, or maybe sometime I will go to Negril, and I don't even go to Ochi. Duns River Fall, things like that. And I enjoyed myself, but like I said, it's not the same. I can't go to the same place every day. I don't I don't know Jamaica very well because I was born in Janzal, went to school there. I left when I was 19, came to America, and I did not travel anywhere in Jamaica outside of Montego Bay. When I was a teenager, school trips and stuff, we might go to Portland, things like that. Um, but pretty much don't know the parishes. So I'm sure it's beautiful. I've heard of Portland, how beautiful it is. I went back a couple um, last year, I think it was, yes, and we had a family reunion, and we went to Boston Beach and somewhere up there in that area. Um, I'm not even remember. I think that's St. Mary or somewhere like there, like that. Um, but it was beautiful. I enjoyed that. Um, but all of that is good and well as a tourist. What about living in Jamaica? Will I have enough money after retirement to sustain my life there? Because of course, if money is not coming in, retirement money is gonna go. And of course, I will still, as long as I have life and health and I can move around, I'm able to do consulting from a distance, because what I do today as a consultant is basically through the computer. I travel nowhere. So I know I will have some kind of financial situation where I'll make some money. But will is it too expensive to live there? And will I be able to maintain myself in spite of? Possibly, probably. But you have the answer. I am looking for you guys to get in the chat, get in the comments, and talk to me. And I definitely, at some point, might do a live and we can have a discussion on this topic and make it a real deal, right? So, as far as the income part, I'm not too worried about. Um, what else can we talk about moving to Jamaica? The healthcare system, of course, we talked about that, but how how good is it? Um, do I have to jump on a plane to come back to the US or go to Florida or whatever? These are the things that bothers me, and I need to know from my fellow Jamaicans all over the world what they think. If I'm making a mistake, if I go, will I end up coming back, or should I just continue to visit Jamaica, maybe spend a good 2 or 3 weeks living around Montego Bay, Kingston, Ochi, and then come back and just do it like that. It's kind of what my mom did. does today. She does that same thing. She goes down there and she comes back. She spent 3 months and she comes back. And it's a reason why she's coming back because, it's not as convenient as she would like it to be. So, but I'm younger, so I don't know. But anyway, I'll appreciate you guys give me some kind of feedback on whether I should migrate to Jamaica on my retirement, live there, and of course I will travel back and forth to the US when necessary. But if I do that, will I be a happy person? I know weather-wise and beach and all those other activities down there I can enjoy, but how much, I can't do that every day. And will I feel safe in my house? Do I need to burglar bar myself up? How safe is it? Should I or should I not? Let me know in the comment. I'm really looking forward for you guys to get in on this discussion and give me some valid points here because it's a dilemma. I love my country. I love visiting it. I love having fun there. But to live there, I don't know. I know I grew up in a country area, poor, not gonna sugarcoat it. Didn't have nothing. Walk barefooted. I have to take my shoes in my hand when I'm going to school so it doesn't get wet when it rains and things like that. You know what I mean? So life wasn't jolly there when I was there in younger youth. Um, and I left for more opportunity and experience comfort. And of course, I'm in a country where there's a lot of race thing going on here, but I'm not. I can't say I got a lot of it on my end. So once in a while here and there, you might get somebody call you certain names because they're pissed off at you, but um, I can't really complain too much about that because I've been in a good environment, good community, good job, and I haven't lived among the folks that are really bad mind, jealous, and want to do bad things to you. So I can't really talk on that. But yeah, um, I'm not gonna talk bad of America because it's a blessing. When I came here, I was able to work and go to school and acquire an education. And big up to all American people, Black American especially, who fought for civil rights and everything that gave me the opportunity to come here. Love this place, but it's getting crazy lately, and you want to be able to think that you have a choice to make a move if you don't like it. And Jamaica is number one on my mind. Other islands are there, and I would love islanders. Tell me if your country is peaceful and I can walk out my door and lock it and don't have to worry about somebody breaking in and or have to put any burglar bar there. I don't care. I just want peace and tranquility for the rest of my life. 65, don't have much left. We only have three score and ten, and anything else is a blessing. So I want to enjoy those days, quiet and peaceful. So please hop into my chat and make your comments and give me your advice. I'm not looking for anyone to curse me out or whatever. I'm just looking for peace and tranquility. Let me know. Thank you. Please subscribe to the channel, like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate you guys. Take care. God bless.